Hello, my name is Mordred Viking and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing, of course, MEIOU and Taxes. This is our playthrough as France, where we have just, as of last session, won the 100 Years' War, which means that we can now start to broaden our horizons a little bit and look outside of just France, which is good, because that means that we can actually do stuff. First of all, though, we kind of need to recover our economy. We are running a deficit, and that's with everything at minimum maintenance. We are not drilling the troops right now. We don't have any forts active. And yeah, that's not great. We do, however, have... oh, only 2 advisors. We're even missing one of those. Why are we so poor? I mean, we have a lot of money in the bank, but we are running a deficit. Well, let's go ahead and unpause and we'll let things recalculate. See if things... ah, it's because we're negative stability. That's probably why. Yeah. Minus 5% global trade power. Liberty... no, that's not relevant to me. Centralization goes down. Oh, legitimacy goes... oh, no, legitimacy is not a problem. Oh, and we have low prestige as well, because we paid a bunch of prestige during the Civil War. Yes, I remember now. Getting conflicting info on a major at school. Some say it's an undergrad, while others make it seem like it's not. Well, what else would it be? Foundation or a master's? How long did the 100 Years' War take in this run? Well, we finished it in 1407 or something like that. It was fairly recent. Season's been placed under interdict. This is the Hussite rebellion in Bohemia. Basically, the whole of Bohemia is getting interdicted because the Protestant Reformation has begun. And it is spreading rather quickly through that small area. The usual way to tell if it's a master's versus an undergrad is if it's an extra year. Or rather, if it's only 1 year. An undergrad generally is 3 years or 4 years, depending what country you're in. Cold year starvation, lose 2 base tax and bury. Well, that's not good. And also unrest. That's another reason we were losing money, is because it's a cold year. Venice is making money. I am definitely not making 11 ducats a month. That's just silly. 7 ducats, however. Right, yes, war reparations. I get for another 8 years. Oh, England is making a small fortune. So my small fortune came from England. Interesting. So as England makes less money, I make less money. You're still being occupied in various wars. I mean, at some point, I'd like to go against Naples. And I'd also like to go against Flanders. Both of them hold territories that I would rather like to have for myself. Meanwhile, what's the AE situation like? Navarra has quite high. Castile has really high. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a diplomat to Castile to improve relations with you, to burn off that AE rather more quickly. So that they don't decide to join a coalition and start doing bad things to me. So yeah, that's the other thing we need to do, is we need to calm down the expansion just for a little while, so that we can pay off the aggressive expansion that we accrued while regaining our territories from perfidious Albion. Is corruption going up again? Oh, goodness sake. Improve relations with the Pope. Cool, so we have a diplomat back again. And we did a lot of things to piss the Pope off last session. So that is actually a really good thing that we were improving relations with him. Who else dislikes us? Other than everyone. Right, Flanders does. I'm going to improve relations with Flanders just for a short time. I have no real intention of making good with them. Though don't tell them that. Milan pieced out. How big is Milan in this? Milan's pretty strong. And I can do another core. Please do. Go on then. Thank you. So I need to save up to 93 admin, then I can do the final one. And that's going to be good. That's going to allow me to consolidate quite a lot of the power. The other thing I wanted to do was double check to see how my education and stuff is going. So education is still going down, for goodness sake. How much money do I have to pour into you? Because, frankly, we don't have it. One of the things that we are waiting for is for this core to finish. Then I'm going to build a marketplace here and we'll try and get a centre of trade. We're also going to start actually shifting our trade to the English Channel, because I think that ultimately that is going to be worth a lot more money in the long term. Just sorting out tea supplies while things just go and run. I guess that's one of the nice things about... Aha, good. Time to break out the ale. Or the tea. One of the nice things about MEIOU is things run slowly enough that I don't need to necessarily pause when I'm doing things like getting the tea supplies. Because you can't go any higher than speed 3. Game can't handle it. Lid back on. We just had a cold year. This can't really be an exceptionally cold year if we've just had an exceptionally cold year. It's just another cold year. You need universities, not money. Okay. Because I have the one in Paris. I mean, the problem is universities aren't cheap. Costing 900. Well, that's not necessarily true, is it? The price of these things changes depending on the location. We do actually have quite a few. But the cheapest university we can build is 434. What other benefits do universities provide? Base urban gravity, that is very good. I definitely want to increase urban gravity. Art power. Art power is also strong because I think that... Does that add to the court? It does increase unrest, but I have an army. I have a feeling that art power does. No, maybe not. Ah, the court provides bonus to art power. So I don't know what art power does. Is that a modifier to prestige gain? Oh gosh, yeah, we have a lot of things. So we have a massive scandal going on. That's because I stole a bunch of money. We have a low culture. Art power adds to culture, and we currently have a level 1 culture. You can check how many are without universities in the education event. From this office we can assess how many of our upper classes are studying domestically abroad and how many foreign students are studying in our universities. In addition, we can view the effect of our universities have on our endowment via the education multiplier. You mean the decision? French piety, -10. Whoops! That might have been me. Ah, and stability just went up to 0. That was the other thing which is happening. Centralization's up to 25. We still need to get to 40. No, in the event of the status... I have no idea what you mean. You mean this? Yeah, I guess you mean with the 37% educated, which means that there's a 63% which are not. Which for 1411, I don't think is terrible. Data about our students and universities. Yeah, I don't really understand what this is saying, though. The effect of universities, sure, but that doesn't tell us how many we have. Ah, without university access, is that what you mean? Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't tell us where they are. It just says there's this number not studying. Let me just double check I'm right about that. Data. Yeah, I am. It means you need 38 education slots. Gotcha. So yeah, basically I just need more universities. Okay, cool. We are earning a tiny bit of money now, which is nice. I mean, we could try and wage some wars just to earn cash, because the wars have actually been pretty profitable for us. Although there'll be offensive wars, so it'll piss off the nobles, and their loyalty is already pretty low. Hey, the Adam. Influenza. Quarantine it. Which is annoying, because we were building up the admin. We still need some more. Okay, so. We are earning money. Oh, Orleans. That's a good one. That's one of the absolutely massive vassals that I have. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of these 3 men-at-arms. I don't need those. And this is about to recalculate, so that is not true. That should also have given me a... yeah, vassal slot. So, I need to sort this by most profitable. Burgundy, Artois, Armagnac. Do I have a royal marriage with you? Yes. Foix? I do not have one with Foix. So we are going to go ahead and get rid of the guy working in Flanders, because I'm not that scared of Flanders. And we'll marry to Foix. Although I should really have checked to see if you were a feudal vassal or the other type. Feudal subjects. Yeah, see, the feudal subjects is actually less useful. This is something I definitely should have checked, and that's a mistake that I didn't. So I need to make sure I'm married to Anjou and Burgundy, because they are the appanages, and if we can inherit those if we take over the male line. Anjou and Burgundy are also freaking huge, so those would be very, very good ones to grab. Ah, we have another fort active, which we can turn off. Click. Come on, off. There we go, you're off. Hopefully, I pressed H number of times, so it may turn on again. Focus new idea, that's a military idea. We are behind the times in military again. So, no, not going to happen just yet. Yeah, so the war reparations fluctuate an awful lot. They fluctuate between like 2 and 10. Kind of crazy. Am I really earning 6 ducats? Is that going to go up to 4? Yeah, more than... This budget is just wrong. It means nothing. How long till this core is done? We need to wait until 1413. 1413 before interesting things happen again. A political marriage is much a union as it is a contract of mutual support. The de Blois family expects the king to heed the advice of the queen consort, etc. So this is a bunch of autonomy. Or me going, no. I'm going to go, no. See, that actually went down. Despite the fact it was saying it's going to be a plus 15. How's that one institution from Asia spreading? Short answer? It's not. Which one is it? Yeah, it's meritocracy. Nothing. Still has not appeared anywhere in Europe. And the Renaissance is due to appear in 39 years. Our royal marriage with Artois has ended. Artois, you are... Well, I need to make sure I'm married to these guys. I'm pretty sure I am. Yes. And Anjou is the other one. Yes. Alright, so we may as well get that royal marriage with Artois once again, because we were in the process of trying to annex them. Wait, did I restart? Not recently. This is the same one as for the last 3-4 streams, I think. You should be going up, but you're not. You're staying completely stagnant. So are these territories going out to the estates or not? I can never find them. Here they are. No, we're keeping those. So my own powers are growing. Last time you were watching, I was contemplating banking. Well, I've embraced banking a while ago. It's meritocracy I don't have, and that's because meritocracy has not spread to Europe. Meritocracy starts... Okay, so the game starts with these 3 unlocked. Legalism, everyone in Europe has already got. Meritocracy only is in China. And then banking, which starts in Genoa and then slowly spreads. Banking is being adopted by most places, and we're a little ways off of a renaissance. But the game starts with 3 institutions already in play. Unlike vanilla, which is just the 1. Or 2. No, 1, feudalism. Temperatures return to normal, so income should go up again. No, it's not linear. Hence I kind of understood where your confusion was coming from. No, I have not restarted. That's just the way that institutions spread in this. Although as the game goes on, I do think that the rest of them are linear. I think. What was I going to check? Stability, that's what it was. We have 7, we need 150. So we're going to be a ways away from upgrading. But right now we're not getting any negative or positive modifiers from stability. I think that is part of the reason that my economy is slowly starting to come back to life. I think I'm still going to focus the marketplace rather than the university. Get the marketplace built there. Then maybe some more in the area if we can. Though the price does go up pretty sharply depending on where you build it. But thankfully it does display actually on the location how much they are, so I can kind of tab between the trade node, the trade view and the construction view, and then decide where I want things built. Okay, so I once again have a diplomat available. We have a permanent claim? Yes. On those. And Flanders is actually cored. Flanders is friendly. Can I vassalize you? No. Can I vassalize Navarra? No, because they're already a junior partner. What about Brittany? No, because they detest us. Valentois is already ours. Savoy? No. It actually kind of looks like Flanders might be the easiest one to get. Bar is already ours. Trois-Évêches is not. You are actually independent. And it's only because you're a member of the Empire which stops you doing it. Flanders is quite strong. They've actually got weird provinces and weird places. Liège, same thing. Empire? Yes. Hey, the Socialist 11. Just watched your entire Night series on YouTube. Love the content. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. And if you want to see more of the Knights in the future, I will be streaming that again on Friday. That's going to be the Victoria 2 Knights. So if you've not been watching those, I encourage you to, because they're good. Lyonnais. We're going to continue bribing Lyonnais, because we need to. Admin is slowly rising. Because we have got policies active, we're losing some strength there, but I think for the extra centralization and stability, it makes sense. But I think going forwards, we are going to be a little bit more reticent to increase our powers over the estates. Although we've been doing a pretty good job in curtailing them. I do like the progress we've made on that. You have not just the Europa series new to the game, just bought the series big into Rome Total War, but love this more. Yeah, I mean, the PC Gamer actually did an interesting article about how to get into grand strategy gaming, and they do describe the Total War series as kind of the gateway drug. So once you get into Total War and you kind of say, okay, I need to paint more maps, then you go into the Paradox games from Total War. So it's kind of the normal way. So if you already like the Total War series, then you will definitely like these ones. They just have a kind of a higher view on everything that's going on. So you're not quite so involved in, like, there's no tactical battles or anything like that, but definitely on the strategic level is a lot better. And I would say that EU4 is probably the easiest of the Paradox grand strategies. No, that's just not true. It's the easiest of the good grand strategies to get into. The easiest is probably Stellaris or Hearts of Iron. But EU4 and Crusader Kings are both kind of equal level, and I think they're both roughly equal complexity and both very much worthwhile getting into. It's the easiest to get into, yeah. It's not necessarily the easiest to learn, but it's the easiest to get into. Marital bliss. Her Majesty, the Queen Consort, is of course a constant companion and good advisor in her own right. However, apart from that role, the Queen Consort is also a representative of the Crown to the de Blois house and vice versa. At times, this is not an arrangement without benefits. So we can take money from them, or we could say prestige. By refusing help, we avoid increasing expectations of reciprocity. We avoid expectations of them thinking we're in their debt, because I definitely don't want to get into their debt, because I keep on saying no to helping them. I'm sure if that event with the autonomy things comes up again, they'll be like, hey, you have to accept this now. Imagine Paradox games with battles like in Total War. Creative Assembly would have to pack up and go home. Those games would be so long. I mean, the thing that I really want to see in future Total War games is a EU4 style diplomacy system. Like, I don't understand how the diplomacy system in Creative Assembly games has been so bad for so long. Like, there is so much more you can do with it, and they just don't. Actually, I have the same criticism of Civilization. Civilization's the same thing. Like, you have a model of a really good diplomacy system. Steal it! Use it! News of Holy War. The Catholic faith is under attack. News has reached us that some of our brethren have been brutally persecuted to the point that they've risen up in arms to protect their freedoms. They are now staking everything on one glorious, bloody insurrection. We must pray for their victory over the ungodly rulers who have oppressed them for so long. Alternatively, we can take this advantage as a distraction to strike a blow for both church and state. Yeah, this whole Bohemia situation is getting out of control. They're actually doing quite a good job in converting stuff. I suspect that Bohemia would be a very interesting game to play in MEIOU and Taxes. Especially because I know that this is incorporated one of the most popular religion mods. Which is why there seems to be such a high level of religious events and activities and things. It's because there was a mod entirely dedicated to improving religion in EU4 and MEIOU absorbed it. With permission, of course. Same with the HRE. There was a HRE mod which MEIOU also absorbed. Oh, we're building infrastructure. Where are we doing this? Where are we doing this? Persh. This is the first time I'm seeing that we're actually doing something. Which means I have not plundered the construction fund for a sufficient time that something's actually happening. That's amazing! Where is this? There it is! Yeah, you're a pretty small province. 8 population. No, 5 population. That's tiny, actually. Considering the size of most of your neighbours. Sweet. And there it is. We have level 2 rural infrastructure. Awesome. Is MEIOU and Taxes like the MEIOU and EU3? Yes. Bohemia is declaring war. There will be blood. Meisen's planning to attack Rose in a war of aggression. Okay, my income is definitely going up recently. And that's without the war reparations issue. And public services and toll loss is definitely going up too. Okay, we've improved relations with Castile as far as that's going to go. Alright, so, Flanders. Is a vassalization ever going to happen? Your economic base is pretty darn significant, so I would have to say probably not. But I would definitely want to take Nivernais from you, and also Rethellois. And then eventually we'll take over Belgium, because you're French-speaking anyway. Clearly you're supposed to be part of France. You are allied with Castile, which isn't necessarily bad that you're allied with with the Pope. So when I go Protestant, that's going to be less of a big deal. Right now, though, that's problematic. I'm just wondering if I want to start fabricating on them or not. The other thing I can do, of course, is start drilling these guys. Although with no wars on the horizon. Why has that gone up so much? I don't trust that number. That number changes too often. Who's Austria fighting? Hohenlohe and Mecklenburg-Stargard. It's Mecklenburg-Schwerin. Lübeck. Oh. Oh no, that's just different terrain. Hey, Diethmarschen exists in this. I have no idea where that is. Stargard is right there. Sure.